Okay. So I got my pastor telling me I need to lead with a product, right? I got, talking to other people that you got to, build that rapport. You got to, be empathetic and all these different strategies that people are talking about, right?
Right.
So basically, what it is, it's not a product. Okay. We have so much stuff.
What
on here.
are you watching?
Got us meeting. You want to say hi to Heather Rose?
I'm sorry.
No, it's
Hello,
cool.
friends.
So really
Hello, Heather. How are you? You're upside down.
Saying hi. Can you hear her now?
Yeah, I see her. You have her upside down.
All right.
That's right.
I'll leave you guys be then.
Okay. All right, I'm back with you. All
Okay.
right, I'm back with you.
All right. So,
Go ahead.
what is the answer? Well, it's what they're most concerned about, where they're focused on. And it could be anything, right? And what we got to see what we have for a solution. So this is an infographic that they have on the different, we got life insurance, we've got, Nationwide, Prudential, Pacific Life, all these, you got 401k plans. You can actually go into a company and offer them, the 401ks through Transamerica or Voya or Nationwide, a whole bunch of them. Then we have annuities. We have Allianz and Jackson National and Nationwide and Transamerica and Prudential. I always like Prudential. And then there's also advisory services. We're one of the only groups that can offer advisory services in a 401k plan through Transamerica. And then there's all kinds of different mutual funds, and 529 plans. We got Legacy Shield, right?
Right.
Wills and trusts and other legal strategies, to help you get, avoid taxes. And then you have the long-term care solutions, and Pacific Life, Nationwide, Transamerica, Mutual of Omaha. Now, it's not talking about here. It doesn't say a lot about. Well, we'll get to that. Then there's Bolt. Bolt is the PNC, not just for home and auto, but also for businesses. And I got an infographic. I can send that to you for that. All right. And all you got to do is once you get licensed with your life and health license, you can also offer the PNC, and you get a referral. They'll pay you a referral commission. Okay. And then there's Medicare supplements and disability. I had a guy one time, he was a heavy equipment mechanic in San Diego, and he was giving me resistance and with life insurance. And then the next time I see him, he had this nasty deep scar across the back of his hand. He was working on a crane, and this cable snapped, and it almost took his fingers off, right? And so we looked into disability for him, and you could get appointed with Aflac. And Aflac, the most that they'll give somebody is like like $2,800 a month in disability. But combined with Mutual of Omaha, this guy could have got $5,900. So he would have ended up with about almost $8,000 a month in disability. Now he made $15,000 a month. He wanted to replace all that, and that wasn't possible. That would have been if he'd have had a fully funded life insurance policy, right? And we wouldn't have, if he would have had the Transamerica with a rider. Okay. So these are what we have to meet whatever their need is. Okay. And we got Transamerica, the FFIUL, the Pacific Life. That's who I have. Now I have Pacific Life because I had a melanoma on my neck. Okay. But the other benefits with Pacific Life is I can get a blended policy with them. And they didn't rate me because of the melanoma. Transamerica would have rated me because they don't like to take risk. Okay. But also now I have a 0% floor instead of a 0.75% floor. But after 5 years, I don't have a cap anymore. Okay. So I got 15% just like Transamerica until in 5 years. And then my cap, I don't have a cap anymore. Okay. And then there's Nationwide. Nationwide's got a unique solution for somebody who's, tight on money right now. They can get a convertible term, full term. So they can get a 25-year convertible term policy. And on year 24, month 11, day 28, they can convert that to a permanent IUL without having to go back through underwriting. And then we have the Everest whole life with the concierge service. Oh yeah. And now Transamerica offers that concierge service also. So right away, like within like 48 hours, they can pay out to a funeral home, and they'll help you pick the one, and they'll help you negotiate the best price with the nursing home to get what you need, right? And then we got Crump. Now Crump is somebody, we have all kinds of insurances through them that, like I had a group of ladies, they are the chemo buddies for life. They all had cancer at some point, right? Which would have, caused some issues. But Crump has some policies that after a year or 2 years, if they are in remission and there's no sign of cancer, they can get insured through these other companies. And then there's Legacy Shield, which is going to handle the wills and trusts and other legal documents that you may need. And then here's both. Okay, so we've been a little redundant here, but you understand what we can offer, just about everything for everybody. And when people are looking at rate of return, with all this cryptocurrency and forex and these different financial instruments out there that people are, that are, gold or whatever, right? They're looking for that rate of return. This is a graph showing the index universal life back from 2000. Back then they had a 0% floor, just like Pac Life does now, right? And they didn't do a lot for the first 2 years because the market was down. If you'd had a variable universal life, you would have been down negative 23.37%. When the market started coming back up, the index started at 0 and went all the way up to 47.72%, where the variable would have came, that same growth in the market would have got back up to 2.16%. And then, of course, 2007 hit, or 2008, and but the IUL stayed at the floor, 0%, stayed at 47.72, and then when it came back, it came back from there instead of down 36.61%. And then it went kind of flat. They both were flat in 2010, 2011, but at 2012, if you had the index universal life, because of the floor, the protection, you'd have been up 114.49%. The variable universal life was up only 0.41%. Do you know what the market's done since then? Yuri, you there? It's doubled. All right. Now, if people are looking to increase their income, will making more money solve their problems? Simple ways to get your finances in order right now. Now, the workbook has 26 different ways to pay down debt and increase their cash flow. I don't have all of them here, but you can reduce your expenses, they can sell something, they can pay off debt. My own example, just recently, right? I put my pastor was talking about making money wherever you're at and selling something that you're not using. I had this hospital bed, this single hospital bed with the reclining back in my storage. And if I got rid of that, I really didn't need my storage. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace for $1. And the next morning at like 5:30 in the morning, somebody replied. They picked it up that morning, and I cleared out my storage. So that's $70 a month. I freed up, and then I just paid off like 178 the loan I got for the down payment for my Jeep. Just paid that off, so that freed up another $178 a month. So I got about over $250, almost $260 a month that's freed up now. Okay, that can make a big difference. I mean, you know, you do those kind of things for people, and they can start funding their retirement, and it didn't change their lifestyle. But you got to pay attention. You got to help dig for that kind of stuff and help them look at what they have. You know, finding some money somewhere, right? And then and if somebody's got some expertise, or they got some abilities that I know somebody that may pay them for that, I'll refer them. All right, and I'll do that a lot. Somebody's got a business, and I learned this from somebody with the company that was one of the top guys in the company, and he used to do that. If he brought somebody on as a client, if they had a business or a service they were offering, he would promote that within his client database. So those are things you can do for people to help them, move along, right? And then you can earn on referrals. Okay. This is for MD's discretion or SMD's discretion, but I'll do this for somebody. All right. If they refer me 3 clients, I'll pay for their AMA, their $100. Okay. If they refer me 3 people that I write business with, I'll pay their $100. And if they're already a WFG associate and they refer me to 3 people that I do business with, I'll pay for their license, their so they can take their test and their training. Okay. And these are things you can do for people. You can help about everybody, right? A lot of people will run in, they're not thinking, they're having those, they're so stressed out because of lack of money, they're not thinking right. Okay. So you follow me? All right. Is it giving you any ideas? You got one idea?
Just
Is that your Wi-Fi or mine?
no, the emphasis on product and problem solving. So when you are trying to help your recruit or emphasize proper product, I agree.
Okay. I mean, is that helping you out at all, what I just showed you?
Yeah.
Wrapping your brain around what we got?
Yeah.
And when you're talking to somebody, it's you're finding a solution. You got to figure out where their focus is. Some people.
Oh, no, I actually have 3 guys now that want to get into an investment club. So this is my idea. But I did a need assessments for 2 other people now. And, a lot of people need help. Oop, thank you. A lot of people need help. And I think it's a good idea, man. So.
All right. Well, I've been getting fed into like the same kind of, my pastor's like, you need to sell something. You need to sell. And I'm like, you need to lead with a product. I'm like, well, what product? You know, it all depends on where they're at. You know, you can't just, everybody's
No, it's not a one, it's not a one,
not one size
you
fits
know,
all, right?
stop. And I think, you know, the best thing that I do is basically say no one cares more about your finances than you do. Now, I could put more tools in your tackle box, but ultimately, no one has the crystal ball on what's best for you. All you know is when you hope to retire and how much you want to live on, what your possible budget will be, and why don't you plan accordingly? Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, I wanted to show you that. You know, it's been,
But I mean, I do like it. I mean, so I mean, I need to catch up on a couple seminars there, but I mean, honestly, I think I might come up with a couple of people here at Hooters to work. I'm a little disappointed with Delia again. She didn't connect again, you know, with the internship opportunity. But you know, so we'll just let that pass and then find somebody else. So, but that's the way it goes.
right on.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, there's motivated people here. You know, shit. There's people at probably with that $10 million mark that are trying to figure out how to restrict their budget to the lowest dollar and leave that legacy behind. And it's kind of funny. So I'm going to be in Florida, right, coming Thursday. And I'm going to be with one of those people that are wanting to live houses and monies behind. And it's ridiculous. You know, they rather spend more time with caring for their pets than themselves. And they rather leave the legacy of $10 million to.
You know, we can insure cats and dogs through both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, man.
Well, my friend just said the dog swallowed a $5,000 bone that went down the wrong way. They had to take it to this emergency ship. And I'm like, $5,000. He's like, yeah, this damn dog. You want it? No, hell no. A $5,000, dude. I just want to put it down. He's like, trust me, I wanted to put it down, but my wife said, no, we got to take care of this. So the dog
Yeah,
was.
tell him you know somebody.
Oh.
That's
So
funny.
now we know somebody that can insure the dog.
Right, right.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing is that you don't really think about it until it's too late, I guess, or you don't appreciate it until you have these real life problems. I mean, still right now, I'm like trying to figure out how best, you know, should I be paying off my house? You know, my thing is like, I think the markets are pretty high now, and I think after Christmas, the market's gonna go down for a while. I think it's a good time to take money out and pay off my house. You know, you might have that solution. I mean, this LegalZoom guy, I'm gonna have plenty of time. I can try to reach him now. You know, set up a time, right? But
Yeah, give him a call,
you know,
and let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
And but you see, you know, people get locked in just one narrow point of what we offer. We offer a lot of process. We have a lot of things. We can help just about everybody.
right.
We can help just about everybody with our products. If you put your thinking cap on, you can help just about everybody with anything. Just
Right.
You got to point it out to them.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. All right, dude. Well, I'm going to get back onto my list. I'm going to be calling some of your people.
Okay, dude.